Hello everybody. Well, you caught us down here in the garden, and I've just got a few pots I wanted to show you that have come out of a recent firing. So I'm going to put the camera down here on the table and just try to go through with you a few of these pieces that have just come out. Okay, very difficult to see out here in the garden with the light exactly what's showing in the viewfinder, but I think we're okay. All right. Are we there? Good. I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you this pot. This is a pot you actually saw me decorating the other day at the end of the table there, and I was sort of like going through it with you a little bit. It's come out okay on one side. I think you'll remember the pot that I was decorating, that one where I was scratching through with the branch. This has been reduction fired up to in a gas kiln up to probably about, well, in centigrade probably about 1290, 1300 degrees. That's 2340 or something, I think, in Fahrenheit. I'm quite pleased with the piece, even though on the other side of the piece here you can see the glaze has crawled away from the clay body, yeah, which is a pity. Why did it do that? Probably there was some dust there or something. Could have been that the glaze was a little thicker at that point. There we go. The scratchings haven't perhaps come out quite as nicely as I'd hoped they would. Decoration is okay. I'm reasonably happy with that. Got this red dot, which I've got a guy in a local factory here, because we have a lot of ceramic tile factories here. He made up for me a special mixture in order to be able to do this red dot effect. So that's that piece. Some other pieces that are similar. This is my rather coarse clay body. Sometimes I use it also for doing raku work. Again, this was like dipped into the glaze like that to create these round windows. These round windows can then lend themselves quite nicely to put some kind of decoration on. Seems to be that there's like a dark ring here that has appeared. I'm not quite sure why that was. I've got a feeling that in the biscuit firing, in the bisque, it had a pot on top of it like that. Like, say, it could have been, for example, a goblet or something. And that, I'm not sure, I really am not sure what caused that, but I think that could be what it was. Okay, so that's that piece. Again, another one here, which is the same technique of just dipping sideways into the glaze. Again, windows and motifs are there in the windows. The shape was a nice shape pot, that, nice form to it. So there's that. I make any number of these little what I call bottle vases. This is dipped in first in its raw state into an iron slip, which is then scratched through. It's then, after the bisque, it's biscuited, and after the bisque it's then dipped into a white glaze, which I'm going to give you the recipe for, by the way, because a few people have asked me for that. Again, here a couple more. Exactly the same technique, iron slip, scratching through. These are good little kiln fillers, you know, filling up those little spaces in the kiln. And they're always good sellers, those. What else? Some celadon goblets. Biavina. Those are ones that are celadon, and then you saw me, remember I was doing the clip where I was decorating the goblets with the iron oxide directly onto the clay body. They've come out quite nicely. Cheers. A couple of more pieces here to show you. This is a thrown as a round bowl and then just made square. Again with different motifs on the square sides. Anything where you dip on a couple of sides, or you pat it when it's leather hard and give it two sides, for example, then always lends itself very nicely to put a decoration on. So I often do that. That's that one. Again, here is another one which is same idea. This is an iron slip, again scratched through and then dipped in the white glaze after the bisque firing. What else? Yes, and then this one, which is different shape, glazed only on the inside, just over the rim there. Then some banded iron oxide lines and an iron oxide decoration motif directly onto the clay body with the red dots. I've tried to, you know, when I did the piece, I did first of all these kind of hanging flowers, if you like, and then I felt I needed to link them up, so I added these squiggles here, you see, just to sort of tie them together. So that's that piece. So that's that little group from this last firing. There were some others, of course. I had a lot more goblets in there. I'm just showing you what we had there. Now the white glaze, I've got a recipe here. If you want to take down any notes, I'll give it to you. This makes up a quantity in a bucket. I call the glaze PB glaze. It's actually an old recipe from my father's that we used to use at Lower Down in the pottery there. But it's potash feldspar, 3 pounds and 14 ounces. Whiting, 1 pound, 14 ounces. Talc, 1 pound, 2 ounces. China clay, 2 pounds and 2 ounces. And quartz, 4 pounds. That is basically this white sort of milky colour, milky glaze. It doesn't come out, it comes out a kind of satin finish. Now if you want to make that into a celadon, you can use that as a base and then add to that, like, well, in this recipe we got here 4 ounces. So the recipe I just gave to you, 4 ounces of red iron oxide will give you a celadon green glaze. I do find that the ingredients, I mean, like for example, that glaze recipe made up here in Spain using the ingredients that I would say obtain here in Spain. If it was, say, in the US, or if it was in England or somewhere else, there would be a slight variation, probably in the ingredients, which would in turn give a slightly different effect, slightly different finished result, I should say. So, as with, you know, with anything that you're doing, as you're decorating it, you do your best effort, don't you? But then you put it in the kiln, and you just have to you have to sort of like take your hands off rather, and let the kiln do its work, and it comes out as it comes out. Well, it's a nice day here in Spain. I think it's probably going to be in the 70s here today, and quite pleasant. It's not at all cold. Anyway, I hope you have a good weekend. Take care, keep practicing, and we'll see you around, okay? Take care. Bye now.